Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. The second week of April in today's weekly challenges on Gran Turismo 7. Here we have 4 events, including a special event with the return of the Plymouth Superbird. Will go for the 1-man category for the second time at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca, after Daytona International Speedway for the road course, as the World Touring Car 800 is now going to be featured onto the same track for Group 3 cars, along with World Touring Car 600 at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, American FR Challenge 550 at Watkins Glen Short Course, and also for the European Sunday Cup 500 at the National Layout in Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. There's going to be having one king of the 1-man category to have the Superbird, and 3 separation on Gran Turismo credit on the ticket is 100,000, 200,000, and 500,000. That brings out to have a grand total of combination that equals into 700,000. Just have much more magnificent to see some silver road car, 1 muscle car, and a single Group 3 car are about to be ready up and take on with some 3 other locations in America and 2 of them in Europe. But hopefully, I just went down to do some changes and free time on morning and afternoon to be filling out to have some replay content as I just went down so far. But good thing is about time, and this will have to take the 5 events, will be settled in, and get my progress, will be back on track. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's weekly challenge. Let's begin. From the last video, as I just went down to do the opposite with 4 events with 95% and 1 for the 5% in the 1-man category at Colorado Springs Lake for the Renault R4 GTL. It takes a matter of practice, basic, and go for the matter of hard difficulty when I was racing in the WTC 900 at Autopolis International Racing Course, as I always go for the Toyota GT1 Type TS020 1999 for the UDRS in Sportec. But perhaps doing a lot more practice, and that's why I just really have to be well preferred to be racing at Le Mans for doing race number 5. It takes practice, basic, and go all in to have a matter of a single GT1 race car ever since from Gran Turismo 2 and Gran Turismo 6. For this segment, I'll have to start out and take on race number 1 in the European Sunday Cup 500 at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya National Layout by using the Porsche 911 Carrera RS Type 901 1973. In the meantime, I just really had to go practice some more when racing at the Nürburgring Nordschnee-Alpe in Historic Sports Car Master, as I originally ending up in 2nd place. Just to have a 99% chance of different road car to go vintage in style from the 20th century if I really had to take on with 2 Lamborghini Countach plus the Mira P400 Bertone prototype. But of course, if possible, tuning parts might be a very good extra helpful to do some more practices on different European events. I'll have to get down and do the 8th position at the go. 2 laps will be doing just fine, and Go Classic will be a piece of cake. Let's get it on and find a good line around on the national layout. Going basic and have the old school Porsche, will have to go line up the overtake with some few other European compact cars. And there's the Lancia Delta on the dirt. Got to slow down and drive like the old fashioned to go basic and will roll as a novice. There we go. Overtake the Delta. Now Borba Speedbeer Boris and Coque Lopez on the 1st and 2nd place. But I just did remember back then when I was racing with the Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary at the Nürburgring Nordschnee-Alpe for only 1 lap. Just only 1 lap, as I really had to go well challenge myself if I had to go hard by using the Sports Soft compound tires is the very best choice of the Advantage, for only one single 911 Carrera RS is very much more original and first ever to be designed by the debut. But back in the 1970s, of course, but even so, the only best sports car is now being participated due to the regulation was being stationed by the FIA. But the Carrera RS is the first ever kind of the Porsche sports car to this day. Just only one lap down and do the final lap in number 2. Going up on gear 5. Have the first turn to keep it well basic and cue on the apex to go on the right. Just have to pass through and go to the TV3. Okay, good old-fashioned style on the effort. But I still barely got this and tried to learn hard and keep it more practice to catch up for the 25th anniversary or the LP 400 version on the Lamborghini Countach between two specific versions. Okay, final sector coming up. Have the hairpin to go around by having a landmark position on turn 10. Okay, there you go. Just gonna have to keep that throttle to be lower and go a bit higher. Got to take that chicane and go to the RACC, then the Catalunya. Landmark on number 16 to be Rail Roll. Alright, that's very good, and one check mark in the bag. First place, and keep filling out to have some more progress to add 3 different types of the Gran Turismo credit on the ticket. Just to have one classic Porsche and very well average and doing old-fashioned to see some 7 European hatchback cars to this moment. But 2 minutes, 55.768 seconds and faster lap time on lap number 2, 1 minute, 26.297 seconds. Very much more indeed, and will prefer to see some classic sports car to take on with some few other classic and modern European hatchback. But clean race bonus, double up the earning and give it 50% plus in 37,500 GT credit. So it's about time and have 100,000 GT credit by participate in the weekly challenge for only one check mark. As for the replay, just have to go for a different main spot of the precision. I'll have to be preferred to go onto the middle right over here. Maybe that should have to take one image and have another. Okay, there we go. Just have one replay to be saved and have this one to be available later on. But I know, it takes a lot of progress to get one race to be saved a replay and shared to others in public. But I have some good news to let you guys know, because I'm just being officially to be placed in for having top 100 rank in the replay session when you're visiting on Discovery Babylon. But that's one event check, 4 to go, and let's go to the American FR Challenge 550 at Watkins Glen Short Course. For only one American FR car, and that's why I'm just have to go for a single Total Drama livery by using the 2016 Chevy Camaro SS with Jet on it. But it's about to go party on and have the short course will go basic in 3 laps to see one awesome Total Drama fan art livery that I just made for myself since Gran Turismo Sport with the introduction start of Vision Total Drama. But my fan art project still remains along with UDRS in Sportec, and the third selection, Dream Art Livery Style Dispenser, is still gonna have to take some time for having some new screenshot images for Season 2 characters. So I can take some time and just have to be ready up and go focusing on racing. Alright, let's get this party started and go for having a nice good condition on the sunrise in Horizon. Feels good to have one of my Total Drama liveries to be ready to go for a new part of the challenge on a different course. But only classic muscle cars might be a very good time to join in and give it much more enjoyable with the modern muscle cars. There's Takuma Sasaki on the 2015 Ford Mustang. Got to go kick it up in the mid-gear. Take the right side and overtake the GTO the Judge. Gonna go watch my 6. And I have a good eye on the Dodge Charger, is now on position number 6. And west, and good sightseeing on track. Alright, there we go. Overtake on the Dodge Charger. Only 5 more to go. There's Adriano Carrasa and A. Felix. Just had to go closer and let the Camaro C28 and the Firebird Trans Am to go on the final turn. Watch the line. Alright, that's 10 seconds to go. Decimal by 0.5 seconds in lap number 2. Okay, now for B batter on the Ford Mustang Mach 1. Turn 1 going clear to be onward on turn 2. But this is going to be my kind of a racing to go for a celebration of all-night partying. The simple choice is that whenever you have to go for the Camaro SS 2016, you can go for it, or any muscle cars that could be entered at any time that you just really might have your own pick. But I'm always have to go express myself and just have to keep a good go in the flow. Good pass overtake on Daniel Solis in the 2002 Dodge Viper GTS. Almost there, and I'm about to catching up to Nicholas Verbiller in the Dodge Challenger RT Hemi. So let's give him a warm welcome to have my Total Drama livery to be represent the party guy, Jeff, of himself. Time to turn the slipstream and press on to the final lap. Make that good line carefully by pulling the brake in turn 1. Alright, good American muscle car by old versus new. And there we go. Good clear overtake without contact, and step it up near the apexes to go around by turn 3 and turn number 4. Alright, looks like my faster lap time is in 1 minute, 22.355 seconds, as I'm about to be switching to the interior view. But I can't wait to go for race number 3 at Laguna Seca for the Plymouth Superbird, as I just been ready up and go by the usual UDRS Inspirtech livery, just like last time when we're racing at Daytona International Speedway on road course for daytime. But I kind of say because racing is the king for the topic of this episode by the previous, and I just have to go by king and credit for a race. Okay, coming in for the final turn. But I'm always gonna have to be in it to win it and be a proud American for the Camaro SS 2016 to be claimed on the podium. So that's checkmark number 2, 3 to go, and much more impressive to be endorsed and remarkable to have a Total Drama livery to find a good line. Alright, total time is 4 minutes, 13.951 seconds, as I just took recently, as Ever said earlier. But very much more proud American muscle car by old versus new. Only one Total Drama fan art livery will might need to be ready to join the party for every week. So that's 48,000 Gran Turismo credit. 7.6 is going halfway there by having a late. Going to be having by almost for the next day until Saturday will be on the early will be by Saturday. We'll have to go for our all-time favorite and all-time weekend. Okay, let's do for a replay. I just need to have a thumbnail image for a presentation and go for the front view. So for the moment of time, as I just went down to do some creativity brainstorming for myself, but that should do one excellent image to have the Camaro SS with a Total Drama livery might be very good for now. Okay, that's race number 2 to be checked in the can. Replay saved, and let's go to Laguna Seca. The Plymouth Superbird is waiting for me to be ready up and get set to go for the second woman category in special event. Okay, that's one American racetrack clear. Going in for race number 2 and have my Insportec livery to be at the ready. 4 laps, and just to see how you can learn so far, unlike Daytona International Speedway on the road course, as we're about to go proceed and set prior to myself in the World Touring Car 800 after 600 at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. For only 4 different kinds of road car is now being patterned out and go specific to see how you can learn so far. But I can't argue with that. The Plymouth Superbird will be very much more perfectly to have one American racetrack is going to be right over here in the west coast of California. The gang's all here and different placement to go set by the grid. So let's do this for race number 3. Sports medium compound tires set and go for the 12th position to keep it nice and easy without taking too much oversteer. Got to go on the first turn towards turn 2 at Adreni Hairpin. Keep up the good line and go old-fashioned stock car racing to have a different roll. Okay, very good overtake on Basilio Gallo. Now for Killian Drummond on position 11 to go up myself on 10. So I had to watch my grip, and radar will be on monitor surveillance to have a new attempt. Got a good eye on Igor Fraga in 9th place. Number 34 with the base replica variation turns out to be a bit different like Richard Petty the King. Okay, now entering on the Rural Straight. Climbing up. And have the brake zone coming in and take the corkscrew. ETA right about now. Okay, gonna have to keep it careful. Good thing I'm still on the 7. Almost there to catching up to Killian Ponder. Our heck is on the 5th. Got to take turn 11. Every other kinds of liveries on the Plymouth Superbird is now being served and courtesy to be represented to have a good role as a NASCAR stock car. Only in the 1970s to see the Superbird is a one-trick legendary road car is now very unique, and it turns to be a specialized race car is now being debuted from NASCAR since the 20th century. But when it comes to have some muscle cars, this one is very much more capable on different tracks and speedway itself. Good pass overtake on W. Murdoch. Almost there on the 4th position is now being catching up on 3rd place at Takuma Minasono. That's number 58 to have this livery. 2 more to go. Got a good eye on Jose Serrano on number 29. Got to keep it careful. Second lap will go for the middle part of the halfway mark. That's good pass on number 78. I'll take the corkscrew and go down for Team Insportec on Sector 3. Okay, there we go. Got to keep the accelerate without too much oversteer. That should take a minute 46.590 seconds as I had to go for a new record. But I can take that as I have to go for lap number 3. 1 minute 44.451 seconds is check and clear. Got to take exercise caution. The Superbird will always have to keep a good 75% balance of chance. There we go. Just hang it together, old friend. We still got this as a team. Okay, that's only 8.4 seconds behind with the opponents. It could take more horsepower and install parts will have to get much more spring. Just doing another piece of cake and go for the usual way on different race cars. Just like the Porsche 911 GT3 RS Type 992 and other kinds of road cars is being well specified to go for all-in moment. But I can't say because second time in a row for the Renault R4 GTL at Colorado Springs Lake is very well basic and go old-fashioned rally racing. But very good to have my UDRS ins protect by brand new and go for the latest. Just like the Plymouth Superbird to have a different kind of a special event to go for a row of a one-make category. But I can take that as a courtesy contender and 2 different types like Vision Total Drama and Dreamart Livery Style to be entered at any time to have some main checker to look out. But I wonder if it's going to be the second tourist trophy by using 3rd generation on the Audi TT Coupe. But I just did once when I was using the 2003 first generation model by only 2 attempts, and 3rd place is the first one, and so I just putting up on Racing Soft compound tires on attempt number 2. But the fixes and will changes is now being made for every content video to be putting up by update for a temporary lockdown at the moment. But it's my work. I've just always had to take a matter of responsibility to belong to my ownership, just like I just been placed up to have my own title name. Now already entered to the final lap. Wow, looks like this could be a very long way and go for a faster pace of effort. But it takes a lot of credit for only one Superbird is born to be king. So coming down, and D. Parker is climbing up on 2nd position by overtake Jose Serrano. Okay, now for turn 10. Almost there at the end of Sector 3. Got to take that podium and give it a full stretch. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. My UDRS Ins Protect on the Plymouth Superbird is now being finished in 1st place once again. Just much classic, born beautiful, and new type of the contender as cart number 72. But yet, that should be quite going proud American to have a full blue design variation is now perfectly to have a full stock course at Daytona International Speedway on the Tri-Oval and Northern Idaho Speedway to go for the full course to be shorter on the speed. Total time I just calculated is 6 minutes 52.696 seconds, and faster lap time I took on number 4, 1 minute 40.144 seconds is good to be fast. But every time when it comes to have a good precision, American car will have to take on in American racetrack to see how the Superbird for only a 2nd time in the one-make category as a special event. But there you go, folks. 105,000 Gran Turismo credit and still around in 56 million. But successful 200,000 Gran Turismo credit has been acquired to have a total of 300,000. And for the third replay to be required to have a filling out on my paperwork. Just give me a moment, and have this one is being well preferred and go for the right side of the scene. But very close, but that should do much better. Okay, a bit less blurry and almost turns out to be a bit perfection. So, I guess 2 events on World Touring Car 600 and 800 that have a stage-by-stage entry from real car into a race car. But if possible, any race car will be entered at any time when you're on the WTC 600 on different racetracks, such as Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps will go for a 4-lap challenge. But almost there to have one daily workout until the next day will go by the midnight. So how about I'll have to go with my favorite Chevy Corvette CR1 6th generation 2009 with the UDRS Inspotec livery will be entered and go for a different perspective, just like when I was using the Ferrari F12 Berlin Enta 2012 with a different kind of a UDRS theme variation as a street racing discipline version from the Crew 2. Well, I kind of say it all comes back together as I just went down at the start of the second season for my full walkthrough. It's been 1 year later until I just been coming back once again to have a very good down memory lane for a reunion. But different road car and weekly challenges is now being good to be available for only one previous update thanks to Spec 2 update. Now, WTC 600, here I come and go basic on the road car on the Belgium racing circuit. Just have to go La Source on turn 1 and keep it on the full throttle to be going down on turn 2 before approaches on the Arrow Rouge. So I have to be on the lookout. If anything happens, that will call out on the yellow flag signal to be on the mandatory slowdown to avoid a penalty. But I know what to do. I'm just had to get down and just had to keep a good concentration to go exercise caution. Okay, almost there to overtake the DB11. Much more good. Stopping on sector 2 to go turn 7. Slow and steady around turn number 8 and go on the right on turn 9. Okay, that's 25 seconds is now on the get-go. Going down on turn 10 to catch up to the Toyota GR Supra RC 2020. Good eye on T Yamanaka along with Ryuto Kokubun in the RE Amira RX-7 as Adam Suzulo is on the 2017 Nissan GTR Nismo. Okay, give that extra torque on the supercharger to stay maintained. So I had to hold position. Going around on the Puhan in turn 12 is a bit practical and challenging. Alright, now for the campus to go right on the 13 and followed by the 13 on the inside. Going out exit on sector 2, just let the GTR Nismo to go first, and my Corvette CR1 will take the third one as the RX-7 steps up and give it a little bit more boost. So off I go, moving on to the 11th position to catch up to the Lamborghini Huracan and Honda NSX 2017. The rest of the other drivers are now already entered at turn 19 and 20 at the chicane. But I'm always gonna have to let my guard down. My Corvette CR1 and I are born to become as a team. First lap down, entered lap number 2. Okay, 2 supercars in all-wheel drive for only 1 American F-Bar sports car to stay up ahead. Got to keep it careful to have 1 pass at a time. Got to keep it careful. Looks like Randall Haywood is overtake Daniel Solis on the Alfa Romeo 4C 2014. I'll have to go right in. Going up on number 8. That's 7 more to go. Okay, I see Martin Grady on the 2007 Audi R8 4.2 Quattro. Okay, that's the ticket. Now gonna have to catch up to Elim on the 8th generation Corvette Stingray and M. Hoppity in the Nismo 400R 1995. Stay on track. 400R overtake on number 7, going up on number 6. Let's see how the 6th generation versus the 8th generation Corvette to go for a short one-on-one battle by the difference. Alright, still much more improvement for the 8th gen Corvette. Very much more skillful. And my 6th gen Corvette will have to put up by having a trick on my sleeve. Patient is the key, and master the new one is gonna have to take that current one to be well previous from behind and make it much more go forward up ahead. That's 18 seconds to go. Coming up on position number 4 on the 2006 Dodge Viper SRT 10 Coupe. There's the 3rd place driver on the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA M 2020. Kai D. Brulin is in the party. Okay, good on the red, and the Dodge Viper will always have a red stripe and base black. But unless Igor Fraka just took my lap time until I just being placed in the same time on 2 minutes 51 with a decimal of 0.029 seconds. Gonna have to go offensive overtake. Got the pass through on turn 2 before approaches right back at the Iral Rouge in turn 3 through 5. What comes up and keep it well straight to be on the main forward to be climbing up on 3rd place. But thankfully, Patrick Bazan is currently to take the lead as Igor Fraga is about to take on with him. But I can hardly wait to see how 2 of them might have to go toe-to-toe with some tuned version on the Porsche 911 GT3 2001 and 1997 Toyota Supra RC. But unless, if I had to be more strategized to be going pushing up and beat that gap distance in no time by exactly in about 12 seconds with a decimal of 0.6 seconds by the numbers to be going update randomly. But it could take a lot of more torque, sensitivity, and wheel grip for my Corvette CR1 6th generation is always had to be born challenging and born competitive as a road going driver. Got to make my luck to go forward and beyond. Down to 9.7 seconds to go back up in a decimal of 0.8. Back in sector 3. Got to make my precision to go straight and forward to have a matter of minutes to go perfectly until the next day earlier in midnight. Okay, I see Iko Fraka in the far distance. He's already in turn 19 towards 20 at the chicane. Just go deaccelerate. Got to make the chase and catch up to the Porsche 911 GT3 2001. Final lap, here I come. I have to make sure to be climbing up in first place in no time. If I ever finish in second, just have to move on and then go to the World Touring Car 800 at Daytona International Speedway Road Course. Okay, gonna have to break the 5-second gap, go full slipstream, and chase that Supra to go passing on the right side overtake. Okay, it's getting closer. Going back on sector 2 to have turn number 7 through 9. Keep that line up straight and keep pushing forward. Well, I can hardly wait to have 3 seconds to go forward to be updated into 2.9. A very tough hard contender for the Porsche, but not even my Corvette doesn't stand a chance to catch up to Blasson. He's already in on the Puhan at turn 12. Now's my chance and take it to go for a mid-gear. Going back to the campus around on the 13 and 14. Just have to hold the line. Just have the apex to be checked and calculated. It all comes down to this. Time to have the UDRS InSportec Special to have a good clear and make that overtake on the Porsche 911 GT3. Looks like I'm skewing in to be well past on the overtake. Okay, last 2 turns on the chicane. Got to brake well and make it nice and neat. Okay, I see the checker flag and go for the new record is perfectly done and clear for the penultimate on checkmark number 4. Now that's a good road car competition to be well trained before enter for the Group 3 on the WTC 800, folks. It's just only my Corvette, always born to become as a team and get it done. 11 minutes and a decimal of 0.584 seconds in the total time with a faster lap time I took is number 4. 2 minutes, 40.480 seconds is now perfectly to be settled and make it a different road car just like last year. Just for me, and Go Clean Racing is very much more incredible for 120,000 GT credits. But thank you Clean Race bonus. And just to see how it turns out to go for a 10-lap challenge, unlike the GT Cup Group 3 edition on nighttime. Let's have a moment on the replay, just to see which one should I have to pick for a different part of the view. But how about this one would be very nice, and we'll save a replay for the 4th one. Now that's a good, remarkable image is what I need. With all 4 events on road car is now being done and finished, race car will go for the 5th round is going to be a bit much more closer for the WTC 800. Now let's go to Daytona International Speedway and get myself for having one Group 3 car that I just never used before after the Porsche Esports Challenge USA 2023 as a time trial challenge. But I still have the Porsche 911 RSR Type 991 2017 with car number 23 with a pink pig livery variation. But sounds like I'm into it, then let's go. From the time trial challenge and make it to become as a WTC 800 contender for only one pink pig variation on the Porsche 911 RSR. But I bet you guys have already got your own kind of the same vehicle and a different kind of a livery variation just like the two ones from the Brand Central. But even so, I've just been looking forward and well obliged to have a very much more unique livery variation from last year. But hopefully, if the Porsche Esports Challenge USA will be set by the return of this year, I'll be looking forward to it to have a different kind of a lap time challenge to see which kind of a different Porsche vehicle that we're about to have a very good best participation and see which one as we're about to go with. But first things first, I just really might have to go by detailed settings and well equipped on the high turbocharged RPM with putting up with some racing soft compound tires or medium. But I meant I just have to go by racing medium or soft will do the best trick and make it much more proper adjusted in transmission to be set in 320. Calculate performance check and good to go. Here I come, viewers. 20th position for only one pink pig livery versus 19 of the Group 3 cars on the same track. Got to go inside at the first turn and I'm up. Keep the good line and we have to learn so far just like doing a time trial challenge. Going past on turn 2, then make that brake position on the International Horseshoe on turn 3. But very yet to be indeed. That's why the strategy is very much more crucial and important. Okay, going on to the West Horseshoe. Got to stay on the tarmac and make that outside turn. Okay, Daniel Solis is still behind on the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3. Coming out on turn 6 and make it go full speed in turn number 7. Alright, he's doing good. Keep up the good faster work. Then go full overtake to be passed on Kawakami in the 2017 Lexus RCF GT3. Now for Sector 5, got a good eye on Simon Bishop, Ryuta Kokubun, and Barilio Gallo on position number 15 to the 13. That should do for only a triple overtake on the inside to go to lap number 2. Then here comes the 12th position driver is M. McEwen in the Corvette C7 Group 3. Change the strategy and go putting up on lane 3. Stay behind and go back again on the International Horseshoe around on the 3rd turn. Got to be a bit more patient and think strategy to go back around on Sector 2 on the infield. There we go. I got the inside. Got to catch up to Martin Grady and Nicholas Rubiller on the Audi R8 LMS Evolution and BMW M6 GT3 Endurance. Okay, full power 1. Going in. I'll take the outside and stay focused on the other 4 Group 3 cars to stay in the group formation. Okay, 2 Subaru WRX Group 3s, 1 Sprint model, and a GR Super Racing Concept on T Yamanaka. Okay, that should do the trick. Going down, and 12 seconds remaining by the decimal of 0.2 update. 7 more laps to go. Moving on to the third. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit half on fuel. 48% remaining. Got to take some time and make it count to be patient, to be well suitable, and strategy will always get a check. Coming down on 11 seconds remaining. Moving on to the 5th position to catch up to Lucas Ordonez. Okay, keep that torque up tight to avoid oversteer. Make a good clear exit on turn number 6 to go back on turn 7 again. Okay, so just like this, and doing this like last time when you're doing on the Porsche Esports Challenge USA 2023 at the same track with a different matter of a time condition on Daytona. Different perspective and usual opponents that you have to learn so far to get down to do some next step of the training to go advance. But I'm always have to go advance in racing to have the Pink Pig livery variation on the Type 991 Porsche 911 RSR. It's still very good to have a race car version, unlike the road car as the 2016 version. Okay, it's only down to 30%. I'm still good for now before the next lap, so I have to keep a good watchful eye on the field to be around on lane number 5 or 6. The gap distance is coming down in 5.4 seconds. Got to keep going and have a main focus on Ed Portilla in the Dodge Viper SRT GT3R and Bosby Boris on the 2016 Mercedes AMG GT3. Just make that turn good and do on the West Horseshoe to go on the right. Got to have to save plenty amount of fuel, so I just really need to keep a concentration to go for well improvise. Okay, that should do the trick to have next sector to go around on number 4. Okay, but unless I have to do it and make it much more simple to be well cautioned to avoid low on fuel. That's why I just had to stay behind on the Dodge Viper to stay up ahead when I'm on second and keep up the good chase to go hard in first. Just wait for it. Got to follow Portilla as he's about to go enter the pit. Just follow the Dodge Viper and then you'll be all safe and good. Alright, so it turns out not so bad about for having a tire wear on the rear is now being shown for exactly in 20% left. For every hard compound tires that I just really think about it, is always have to do the usual way and do the different Group 3 car on manufacturer brand. But if so, different specified vehicle like any kinds of race car from the Legend Car dealership or Group 2 car, that would be a very good choice of the idea. So why not? If every Gran Turismo player might have to go and use the Toyota GT1 Type TS020 is very much more experimental approved. But it looks like very much more charmful and very helpful to go advantage with some Group 3 cars. Okay, looks like it's back down on 13th place. Just halfway there onto the 5th lap, just only 5 more to go. Still around on daytime, just like nighttime in a GT Cup Group 3 edition. But talk about having a little bit much more time to have my stomach to go fasting. Okay, just let Igor Fraka to go first, coming out on turn 6. But I know I just have to be resourceful and strategize to go hard for first. Okay, back on 30 seconds to go. Mikhail Hasal is in the lead. Just to wait until he'll be entered at the pits. He's on the hard compound tires right now, followed by Lucas Ordonez, Takuma Minasono on the 3rd. And yet, importantly, to catch up and stay focused on Ed Portilla in the Dodge Viper SRT GT3R. Okay, got to let Kawakami to go past, and he's going in to take the pit. 4 more laps to go. I still have to continue on when I last left off during the chase on the Dodge Viper SRT GT3R. But I still have to claim lap time on 1 minute, 45.075 seconds. And there's T. Yamanaka on first place. Okay, gonna have to go a little commit. Just have the West Horseshoe, then let the Dodge Viper to go past. So I always have to keep a good pull on the fuel, staying around in 77%. Then let's give it a full power 1. There we go. Just a moment of strategy to get in on the 2nd until the Toyota Supra GR Racing Concept will be in the pit. Okay, so let's giddy up. Do the final sector on number 5. Okay, Yamanaka's at the pit. Just have to go on number 7. Okay, keep it steady. Just 1 second, folks. Just had to take that international horseshoe to be on the right. Okay, so far so good. Still in first place and being well resourceful to have the Pink Pig Porsche 911 RSR have been learned so far. But the real challenge is just the beginning to go for same track, different race, and same Group 3. But look at this, you guys. I just took 5.6 seconds away from Ed Portilla and the rest of the other Group 3 cars. Very much more indeed, and the practice will have to go pushing forward to have the most ever yet to be improved on the time trial. But it's going to be a piece of cake. Just only one Porsche will be stepping in to take the good podium at Daytona Road Course. That's 2 more to go. Tire pressure is getting a little bit stiff. Got to be a bit more careful to go exercise caution. Okay, that's only a minute, 47.678 seconds. Not yet to be improved, but I'm just always have to be well strict and keep the measure on the fuel. But there goes the sunset. It's about time and go for the night time. Fuel is at 41%. Just have to go enjoy it, race it, and feels like for the resemblance of Daytona 24 hours endurance. Okay, there's the bus stop chicane. Got to go over the 8 time. Keep it careful, and headlights turn on. Okay, Eco Rocket is climbing up onto the 3rd position. This could be a lot more enjoyable to be having a return for the Super GT season in 2024. Just for him, and we're all counting on him to do his best for the team. And here comes the pit stop for the 2nd time. So I had to keep going, and the tire pressure was to keep a good exact maintain the grip. But I hope it works. Just have to go down by the pattern of method for the first one in 5 laps. We'll have to do the purpose to have 1 tire pit stop available on the medium compound tires with hold down the fuel management to keep it well conserved. Okay, very good to have 16 seconds on the gap distance. Got to keep going and just had to take a little bit much more time to keep hastening up the rush. It's only down to 25%, but I can make it. I'm always have to be making for sure. When nighttime comes, it's about to have the moment we'll start the fireworks. Okay, going back to Sector 5. This could be the enjoyable of the celebration. So here comes the 10th and final lap, folks. Got to be going strategize and do the inside to go back on the first turn. Here's the fireworks. It's now being shown on display. Just magnificent and very enjoyable during the spring season on April after 2 weeks from March. But the 2nd week of April in weekly challenges is what we have to do to keep a good matter of progress. But this one in this race is going to be quite very much more imaginable for myself during my journey on GT7 for every weekly challenges and other events along with license tests and mission challenges is all I need to have a major of development to go step by step and typing by typing to come up with a matter of perspective and go for the diary log journey. But here comes the 4th sector, just have to get back in and do one more turn on the bus stop until the final sector in number 5. So I had to go full power and all bets are off. But I'm sure I'll have to do the skin of its teeth. Just have 0% and let it go deaccelerate. Just 0% of fuel, sacrifice, and all clear to be on the podium in first place. Now that's a good WTC 800 for the Group 3 category to be set by daytime in the first lap and nighttime for lap number 10. Well, it takes 18 minutes, 36.783 seconds as faster lap time I took from number 3, 1 minute, 45.075 seconds. Can't say it's a very good exclusive theme livery variation on the Porsche 911 RSR Type 991 2017. But thank you for the 231,000 GT credits and almost to have a perfect moment to go climbing up and have 57 million credit and over 500,000 Gran Turismo credit on race number 5. And one fit replay to be set prior on to daytime, late afternoon, or early in the night. But there you go. Just only one Nissan GTR Nismo GT3 2013. Save, and there you have it, folks. That's the fit replay I need before tomorrow will be shareable to be set in public. But only 5 events is now being cleared, and well done for the day as starting out in Friday before the next day earlier on Saturday, April 13. Just having 5 check marks is now being cleared and received to have 3 Gran Turismo credit tickets in a combo of total in 700,000. But the perfect time to go back to the GT Garage and have myself for another reward challenge as I still yet available and one of the 4-star roulette ticket from yesterday after being proceeded earlier on the next day. Just to have attempt by attempt and make it much more duration to go reduce will make it good as new. But first things first, got to go collect with Gran Turismo credit to go in 3 type. That's 100,000, next 200,000, and 500,000, and that brings out a total of 57,490,077 Gran Turismo credit. Now for the 4-star roulette ticket to go for round 2 after from yesterday. Just give me some good luck of fortune, or 1 part, or a Toyota 86 GRMM 2016. That might be the 4th or 5th time in a row. But no matter how many other Gran Turismo players just really want to get this car is their all-time favorite pick, just like from Gran Turismo Sport. But can't argue with that. It's always about having one professional tune car on the 86 GRMN. Second 4-star coming up. Let's see some good rewards on the prices in car type. There we go. Another Mazda Roadster touring car is now being acquired and stored in the garage. Well, I can't say. I just really have to start collecting with 20 Mazda Roadster touring car for having a custom race event. That would be a very good idea to have a good all-time favorite to have the same car and keep a number of vehicles to be stored in by the same type. So 3 4-star coming up. Give me a Bugatti Invitation or a 1 million Gran Turismo credit. Nope, too close, but a nitrous system for only 1 part compatible on the 2014 McLaren 650S. Number 4 4-star ticket coming up. Let's see. So close to get the 500,000 GT credit. That should consider this as a 58 million. But I'll get it next time, but later on to have some more roulette tickets available. Now for the parts, new engine, and the Aston Martin invitation. But close enough, I'll have to take the carbon ceramic brake kit for the BMW M4 safety car. So how many should I have left for only 4-star roulette ticket? Just make it number 7 and 1 5-star along with 6-star in the roulette ticket by the standard. Just have to go for another one. Is gonna have to take another 4-star ticket. Alright, there we go. I'll have the Ferrari invitation and expiration date on May 13, 2024. That should be the 6th 4-star roulette ticket in a row. Now for number 7 coming up. But this time, 1 million Gran Turismo credit. Nope. A Ford Mustang Group 3 road car is now being acquired and have a Gran Turismo Silver. That should do very well to have a 1 wide body version and Group 3 type. I'll have to store it in the garage, and maybe this will have to go and use the 5-star roulette ticket is now ready up. Let's see some good luck and fortune. Give me 1 million. Okay, well, bit average and yet close. 100,000 should be doing just the way it does. That makes it 57,600,077. And for the 6-star roulette ticket for the last, let's see. Okay, that should be doing my best prediction guess is 500,000 Gran Turismo credits. That makes it 58,100,077 GT credits. Only 2 million to go, and that would be 60 million to have a few more credits to go to be climbing up in 100,000. It takes a lot of credit, and proud to have won Superbird for the 2nd time in Laguna Seca for a special event. So folks, when it comes to have race time to save a replay, just to get everything to be filled in and get it well done when you enter to be as the official ranking position on replay session when you're visiting on Discover Babylon. But you know, I just went down and do on rank number 83. It takes tons of content replay in Gran Turismo 7 is I just really need to get things done and fill it out to have some topic about racing on the journey to have a full walkthrough of my very own. Just like yours that you just embark on your own journey when you're playing Gran Turismo 7. But yet, it takes hard work, strategize, and come up with a scene of perfection. We'll have to go be creative. But it was a lot of fun out there to have the 2nd week in April for the weekly challenge. But I hope in about 5 days left until the 3rd week of April we'll be ready up and have the main debut for the return of the GTWS Nations Cup for the 2024 in online qualifier season. But I know, I still won't be here and I just really might need to continue on to my journey. So I'll have to wrap this up before at the end of the video until tomorrow as I said earlier, because just keep a good watchful eye out on some new content replay that I just went down to do some video segment, and don't forget, stop by at the showcase to have some new videos that just been recently made on the replay. But after all, it takes to have a matter of different perspective and find a good line on the track with a road car and race car when you participate on weekly challenge. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. And don't forget to check it out, all of my screenshot images on UDRS Insportec, Vision Total Drama, and DreamArt Libre Style Dispenser presented by myself, Hyperion-Blue-GT, as you may ever welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.